Good evening, folks. We are here live with Tylor Starr from the Protego Foundation. Hello, Tylor.
Hey, what's going on, Brian?
Doing well. How are things out in California?
I'm up in Northern California, so it's a little chilly, but, we saw the sun for the first time this week, and I'm excited.
Were you guys shocked by the glowing ball in the sky?
It was so scary. I thought somebody cast incendio up in the air, and I got real freaked out.
Really freaked out in a hurry. So we are thrilled to have Protego as a charity partner for the Slug Club Armchair to 5K. How did Protego get started? It actually has kind of had a weird history in its short life already.
I know, yeah. Well, I saw all the great work that was being done by some of my favorite Harry Potter-inspired nonprofit groups like Potterhead Running Club, like the Harry Potter Alliance, and I decided, I've always loved animals and I've always loved Harry Potter, so one day I was just like, look, why can't I do the same thing and use that unironic enthusiasm that we have for Harry Potter and other stories for animal rights? So I talked to my good friend Andrew Slack, and he was a huge pivotal human who really helped me out with that. So yeah, it was great.
That's awesome. So you guys actually started out as a chapter of the HPA.
Yes, absolutely. Because you cannot deny the amazing work that the Harry Potter Alliance has done. They've really set a precedent for so many of us smaller Harry Potter-inspired nonprofits. So when I reached out to Andrew, he was like, look, come be a chapter of the Harry Potter Alliance. We got to work with Matt directly, and we just kind of grew from that, and we will always be thankful to the Harry Potter Alliance for our roots.
Now, but you started out, now for the folks that don't know, as the Fwooper Foundation.
Yes.
For those that don't know what a Fwooper is, what's a Fwooper?
So a Fwooper, for those of you who aren't magizoologists, is a African bird who you can actually see in the first Fantastic Beasts film. She comes in very, very quickly. She's unnamed. But yes, they are a magical bird whose singing voice is so strong that if you listen to it for too long, you'll go crazy. So our slogan when we were the Fwooper Foundation was breaking the silencing charm, because they have to be sold with a silencing charm.
Awesome. That's a great tie.
Mm-hmm.
Great tie. Now, admittedly, Protego makes a little bit more sense and it's easier to explain. I think so.
Absolutely.
Because you guys have had a lot of really interesting campaigns. Because you guys have just gotten started. You guys have actually not very long ago filed for your 501c3 status.
Mm-hmm.
You're official. You're all good 501c3. But you guys have already been doing campaigns before that for chimpanzees.
Yes.
For rhinos.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about the rhinos. Talk about that one.
Yeah, that was a fantastic campaign. And if I can just take a second to thank the Potterhead Running Club for all of their support, because we wouldn't have had such a great success if it wasn't for this community already. But we were so inspired by the Erumpent in the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them film that we were like, well, we can help the IRL Erumpents in our world. Rhinos are continuously poached and hunted for their horns. And so we created the Erumpent Rescue Campaign. So this campaign was geared in twofold. So the first one, we encouraged attendees or people, the Harry Potter fandom, to get involved by sending a howler to the South African minister, encouraging her to increase these protections for rhinos in South Africa. And then we also sold a very specific limited edition t-shirt where all proceeds went to a rhino sanctuary in South Africa. And, this sanctuary does great work. It's called Saving the Survivors. And they rehabilitate and rescue rhinos who have been the victim of poaching. That's
awesome.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times they are not killed. They're just mutilated.
Exactly.
And then left to die.
Mm-hmm.
But fortunately, organizations like that step in and actually save their lives so they can continue on.
Yeah, absolutely. We've also done some really great campaigns encouraging spay, neuter, adoption for cats and dogs in shelters. Like you said, our chimpanzee, we launched a campaign called Find Dougal in partnership with the Accio subscription box. And we actually got to go down to a Florida-based sanctuary called Save the Chimps and visit these sanctuaries and the chimpanzees who are living in their care. So it was really, really cool.
Chimpanzees are very, very cool. Admittedly, they're very, very cool. And so, and I'm going to be talking to all of our Slug Club members. And, for those that don't know, our Slug Club are the other three primary Harry Potter themed nonprofits. So Harry Potter Alliance, Protego Foundation, and Transfiguring Adoption. We all read the same 7 books. We all saw the same, well now 10 movies.
Right.
But we were all inspired in different ways. What was it in the books that really spoke to you as an animal rights advocate?
Absolutely. I mean, the cool thing was I was a Harry Potter fan before I was an animal rights activist. And I really credit the entire Harry Potter series for getting me started on that journey. You cannot read this series and see how Hermione advocates for house elves, for dragons used in the vaults of Gringotts, and even Hagrid. Hagrid has taught us so many beast-friendly messages that I really took that to heart growing up and realized, look, I'm so obsessed with Harry Potter and the wizarding world. What about these magical creatures who are in our world? What can I do to help them?
Yeah, and you take that lesson now. You've made something out of it. You're really carrying it forward, and that's tremendous. Now, I understand that you guys have a new feature, a podcast.
Yes.
And so tell us more about your new podcast.
Yeah, so 2019 is going to be a banger year for the Protego Foundation. And one of the things, in addition to our animal saving campaigns that we're going to launch, is an actual, Harry Potter-inspired animal rights-focused podcast. Now, we all know that podcasts are so popular within the Harry Potter community. And so, especially like rereading them, going chapter by chapter. And we were actually approached by one of our supporters who was like, hey, I love these Harry Potter podcasts. I would love for Protego to do something similar, but looking at the series through an animal rights lens and what messages we can learn from the exact same 7 books that all of us have read, and maybe shine some light on, hey, look, you would never want to kill a blasted screw. Well, what about these other magical creatures in our world who, you can help protect as well?
That's awesome. Now, if we need a break here, we'll break here. We won't tell anybody about it. But do you want to tell us about your very special friend who might be joining you on said podcast?
I can give a quick hint.
Quick hint.
Yeah.
Special friend.
Absolutely. So for those of you who have been following the Protego Foundation, you may know I do co-host a podcast with a couple Harry Potter actors and actresses. We can't say who, but we definitely do intend to have a lot of really great special guests on the show, both from the Harry Potter universe and, of course, influential people from the Harry Potter community.
All right, so we got a teaser out there. You guys now need to go Zapruder, the Protego website, and figure out who it might be that might be joining them in the future, because we're not going to say right here. But something to tease them with and leave them with that. All right, so last thing before we go, let's talk about the fantastic Beast, the Beast Rescue Kits.
Yes.
So give me the right word, because I probably just screwed up the name of it.
Just Beast Rescue Kits, yeah.
Beast Rescue Kits, okay. So let's start with what is a Beast Rescue Kit? So
many of the Harry Potter community has come to us when they find us. They, hey, I see so many animals who are in need or who are running around who I think might be in danger. What can I do to help them? So we were really inspired by the Armchair to 5K race, and we thought this would be a perfect opportunity to create something that we're calling a Beast Rescue Kit. Now, this is a kit that you can keep in your car as you're driving around. You see a stray dog, you see a cat who may need some help, as I and so many people on the Protego Foundation team have seen. You don't know what you have in your car. Well, this is a kit that you can keep inside that's actually a carrier. It's going to come with a dog lead, a towel in case of any kind of emergencies, thick gloves in case you need to pick somebody up, gauze, a notepad, pen, all of these essential items that you're going to need in case you find an animal in danger. And the very exciting thing that we can share exclusively here is that we are going to give Potterhead Running Club the first opportunity to get these free Beast Rescue Kits.
Awesome! So where will people need to go to procure the Beast Rescue Kits?
They're going to be available on our site. All you have to do is just order one. Like we said, they will be free. The only thing that we're asking as a 501c3 is that you maybe help us with the shipping and the handling. But then from there,
makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And people will be prepared to help any kind of animal in emergency. So we're really excited about that.
That's awesome. And now there's going to be, but but you didn't mention this, but I know you said this to me before. There's going to be some training,
yes,
some vids that go along. So if you are not necessarily comfortable right now with helping a stray animal of some kind, there will be video for training and letting you know when it's a good situation and when it's a bad situation.
Absolutely.
And so there will be some videos available on the Protego website in the future to help with that training.
We're actually creating a full resource page full of videos, tips, testimonials, and really information as to, like you said, when is this something that should be handled by somebody with more experience, a professional? When is this something that, okay, I can help take this dog to a shelter to get microchipped or stuff like that?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. Tyler, last thing, Slug Club Armchair to 5K.
Yeah.
We're in the last week. This is the big push. And I hope that everyone watching this, really takes it to heart what we're trying to do here with our 3 charity partners for this event. We don't typically have we usually have a singular charity partner. It's unusual that we have multiples. But go check out the Protego Foundation. So it's protegofoundation.org. And check out the Protego website, Facebook page. You guys are on the Instagram and the Twitter.
Oh, of course. Yeah. At Protego FDN.
At Protego FDN.
Yeah.
And that's for both Instagram and for Twitter. Same for Instagram, Twitter. So make sure you go and follow and like and retweeting those guys and what they do. And make sure you go sign up for the Slug Club Armchair to 5K.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it's going to be awesome. And we're going to help Protego Foundation really grow and figure out where they want to be in that space to help animals and to support the entire magical community.
Absolutely.
Tyler, thank you so much for joining us for the Q&A. And we're really excited to push hard this last week and make this a very successful event for our entire Slug Club.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for joining me.
Yeah, thanks so much. And like I said, we love the Potterhead community, and just take it easy, all right?
All right. Have a great night.
Bye. See ya.